Hey guys, it's Sein Kim and so I'm quite sure you guys are know about like what happened with George Floyd with like there were like 4 cops involved and 1 cop had his knee on the back of George Floyd's neck. Floyd went down, adding pressure to his neck, and like he was like saying, "I can't breathe." And he pleaded for an officer but you know he didn't, and like so there have been many people who have spoken out against. So there have been many people who like we're talking about like you know doing a protest against cops, and there have been several protests against cops just recently all across the world, cities and towns, and yeah. But the one that really interests me is Lil Wayne's perspective on it. So Lil Wayne was on on an Instagram live chat with Fat Joe the other day, and he talked about how and it was May 28th. He said people who are like upset about George Floyd's death should not demonize all police over Americans of a certain race, and he said it's more productive to make focus on criticism and concentrate on what Americans can do as individuals to address problems in society. And how we actually have to understand like who that person actually is and what they're actually like, and we can judge them by that. So on a Fox News reporter, I think it was Tommy Lauren. She also said some stuff about it, and she also agrees that because many people are like focusing on too much political stuff, and or whenever there's a talk about cops, everyone's like, yeah, we hate every single cop or every single white cop, and yeah, but the problem is like not it's the bad cops who are like ruin it for the good cops, and so back in 20, back in a couple years ago, there was a white cop. He noticed young teenage black boy by himself, and he knew like the other white cops were going to beat the kid up or even kill him. So he stepped in and the kid was just sitting on the curb by himself, and the cop, he sat next to him and just had a talk with him, and even watched him shoot some hoops on a local basketball court in the park in the area. So the thing was like that cop, I forget his name, but it's a common white person's name. But yeah, he, instead of using brutal force or using a gun, he actually like sat down, talked to the kid, and befriended him, and socialized with him, and even encouraged him with shooting basketball hoops. So just looking at that one really made my day. There was a clip on CNN about that. However, about Lil Wayne, though what he said about how we should actually take a different approach to that, so it actually makes sense, because not all white cops are bad, not all cops are bad, not all cops are violent. But some people have been calling Lil Wayne, telling him to shut the up, or calling him a traitor, or saying some hateful stuff. By the way, Tommy Lauren, she's that's her. And also, some people called Lil Wayne's perspective controversial, and yeah. However, the person who called the person called them told Lil Wayne to shut the f up. Was Lakeith Stanfield on Instagram, and yeah, that message has been deleted for hate. Yeah. However, adding on to Lil Wayne said, so Lauren, she said there's there's a lot of law enforcement officers in the country who are professional and decent and brave, and who protect and defend the weak, with and then the innocent, the voiceless, day in and day out, with little respect, and they don't get support, and of course we have bad apples in the forest, just like we have bad people in the country and in the world. So the one big problem was even the YouTube was against what Lil Wayne said. So there was a video. He runs Young Money the entertainment channel on YouTube, but he posted something about something against Donald Trump, and how we should actually focused on what the person does actually like, and instead of just judging by just their skin color, or or what their job is and such. So if you don't understand how YouTube strikes work, so you get a warning. So you can't delete that. You can't delete that though. YouTube, if they're harsh content uploaded by you on your channel, yeah, they give you a warning first, and then they give you a strike 1 next, and then strike 2. And then strike 3 is you get your you get your channel deleted completely, and you can't get it back. But I think YouTube is picking, ever since they changed their stuff in February 2019. Yeah, they've been causing some several problems, and yeah, I remember when I got a sort of warning on my on the channel I used to run with Ron Wilson, but yeah, but I could get that changed. But I think the main problem with the YouTube is that they don't recognize like who the original creator is, and they don't understand like real content, and it's just like, oh, this video has a lot of number of views on it. We'll just declare it as popular, and the ones who are actually like work really hard to like and to make that video. So talent is like basically like nothing nowadays, and it's just they forgot about it. Now, don't get me started on what happened with King Crooked's original Crook's Corner channel. Oh, and I think it was VLADTV or like who might have used King Crooked's interview with Eminem for their video, and did not give credit to King Crooked originally, and yeah, and YouTube and YouTube thought they owned the video, and King Crooked did not. So far right now, King Crooked had to make a second channel under the same name, Crook's Corner. Has a whole bunch of other videos on it, and even his interview with Griselda. So we can't like really like properly like judge people unless we actually like their background. So we can't just like start pointing fingers at people. Because there are like we can't just every person in like in the USA for like, and that is white, or like being like a Trump supporter, or like against like against black people or other nationalities. There are like there are other white people there who actually support and would even like stand up with like black people or Asians or Mexicans or other nationalities, I guess, other races. And I think that's the thing that we need to focus on right now, because yeah, and also with China, like not every person in China has the coronavirus. Oh yeah, not everyone in Asia and Asian continent has the coronavirus. So you can't just blame everyone for like, because and we're wearing masks and like keeping a safe distance from other people. I met white people and black people who are like done the same thing around me, and like we do it because of respect, and we're trying to stay safe, and because no matter like what a country like might have done in the past, not every single person from that country is bad. But I'm having sex sort of like, although most people in for example, Japan, yeah, you know, when they basically try to colonize every every East Pacific Asian country, and even parts of Australia. Yeah, so that was like most of yeah. So looking at what happened with Germany and Hitler, not everyone was like was with Adolf Hitler. But you can't really like consider someone bad unless if they are like proven. No, you can't just like, oh, that's a black person, I can shoot him dead. Oh, that's an Asian, they must have coronavirus. Oh, that's a Jew, I can go like insult them. You can't do that kind of stuff. So this month, I think it's although people are like focusing on more on like doing like peaceful protests and focusing more on LGBT stuff. I think we should still consider like people of all races and nationalities and where they're from, and and consider not everyone's bad. And what Lil Wayne said is much better than what Cardi B is probably doing on an Instagram video right now. Unless if she's the one that she supports, no. Because sure, we understand that like we hate like what those bad cops have done and like made like good cops look bad, because what good cops have done is basically like completely ignored, and because of what's like all this bad stuff that's happening in the world right now, not just like shootings and killings and but also like some other stuff. I think we need to like actually like sort of actually care about like the good cops, and then make sure. Oh yeah, and also just recently, there was something at one of the like protests in about George Floyd in the USA, and whole bunch of cops were like they were like adding putting duct tape over their badges so their ID couldn't be seen, or they just completely took off their badge, just so like if they like people if they were like shooting someone or attacking somebody, they couldn't be charged for it, and those kind of cops aren't bad cops. So if you ever like in like a protest and see cops like those, take a photo of that cop, and the government has face recognition technology, so you can just talk to the government about it, and they can or the local police, and they can automatically recognize, yeah, we know that cop. and that cop can be fired, take, given jail time, and also charged for murder. So stay safe when you're protesting. And I think we need to people listen to what Little Wayne said about we can't just judge every single just judge just white cops. We should actually judge cops by if they're if they've done good or not. That's it.